सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Gita Press, page 62, and notebook, page 3, third line from the last. Let us read from the paragraph, beginning of the paragraph. Etatajjānatha sarvam. Etat yadaspadam sarvam.
Yadaspadam sarvam.
Janatha he shishyaha.
Janatha he shishyaha.
Avagacchata.
Avagacchata.
Tadatmabhutam.
Tadatmabhutam.
Bhavatam sadasatsvarupam.
Bhavatam sadasatsvarupam.
Sadasatoho.
Sadasatoho.
Murta murtayoho.
Murta murtayoho.
Sthula sukshmayoho.
Stula sukshmayoho.
Tadvyatirekena.
Tadvyatirekena.
Abhavat.
Abhavat.
Vareṇyam.
Vareṇyam.
Varaniyam.
Varaniyam.
Tadevahi.
Tadevahi.
Sarvasya.
Sarvasya.
Nityatvat.
Nityatvat.
Prarthaniyam.
Prarthaniyam.
Yeah. So Bhagavan Bhashyakara began explaining this first mantra of the second khanda of the second Mundaka. I hope you are following. And we said earlier that this particular khanda is going to have mantras which are either going to contain the Mahavakyam directly, like this mantra, or pretty close to a Mahavakyam. Okay. So that's why these are the, you can say, Upanishad itself is the essence of the entire Veda. Now these mantras are the essence of this entire Upanishad itself. How do you know this is the essence? Hey, when we studied Kathopanishad, I remember Shankaracharya explaining the meaning of the word Upanishad. Yes or no? Yes. Upani purvasya quip pratyantasya sad visharanagati avasadanartheshu quip pratyantasya rupam idam Upanishad. Something like that he had said. Bhaashyam. This is Bhaashyam. And then he explained, hey, this root sad is there in the Upanishad. The main root is sad, that's all. Sadil. What is the meaning of sad? Visharana gati avasadanartheshu. It has three meanings, he said. Which is exactly what the Dhatupata says. So Shankara is not saying that. See, that is not up to Shankara to say what is the meaning of sad. That is Dhatupata decides it. And so he knows Dhatupata in and out. And so, Visharana, Gati, Avasadana. Those are the three meanings for the word sad, for the root sad. Visharana means loosening. What is this loosening? Hey, look, Karma Yoga is there, and in that particular Kathopanishad, there is a talk of our Nachiketa asked, hey, people want to go to Swarga, you tell me something. When I go back to India, when I go back to Earth, when I go back to India, when I go back to Earth, then people will ask me, what did you get for us? Then I have to have something to say. Then what happens? This going to Swarga they want. I got this for you. It's called Nachiketa Agni. And what does it do? It doesn't give moksha. What does it do? It loosens samsara a little bit. It relaxes. So that is the meaning of the Visharana. And then Gati. Gati means some kind of movement. We are all moving towards Brahman, it seems. Upanishad takes us all the way towards Brahman. So that is what is the meaning of this Gati in this context. Visharana Gati Avasadana. Third meaning is Avasadana. What is Avasadanam? Destruction. Destruction of what? This samsara gets destroyed. That is how he explained to us. And therefore we can expect that this mantras like this which talk about Jiveshvara Aikyam are the essence of the Upanishad, and the Upanishad should, through the other mantras, take us to this mantra. Other mantras prepare us, as it were, and then taking us towards the mantras like this. And this mantra, how do you know it is a Mahavakya mantra? Well, āviḥ saṃnihitaṃ guhācaraṃ nāma. Saṃnihitaṃ. Nihitam, if you say immediately, this Atma sitting in the mind, which is in the cave of the heart, all that should come to your mind. And so, it is all talking about this Jiva only. That āviḥ, prakasham, swaprakasha Atma. Atma, that is swaprakasha, illumines by itself. Everything else needs to be illumined by me. That is why na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam. That also we saw earlier. So that prakasha, so prakasha atma is what? Mahatpadam. Mahatpadam. So Mahatpadam, Shankara doesn't use the word Brahma, but Sarva Mahatvat. It is bigger than the biggest, he said earlier. And so that is obviously referring to Brahman. And so Mahatpadam. So there you go. That Atma is Mahatpadam. What is there in here in me itself is the entire Brahman only. Like that. This mantra, that is the essence of this mantra. So we saw Bhagavan Shankaracharya had explained most of the mantra. We are now getting into this last part. Janatha. He Shishyaha Janatha. Avagacchata. He Shishyaha. You should all know this. This is the purpose of our life, so you should know all these things. And it is vareṇyaṃ. Vareṇyaṃ, Shankara explained that as varaniyam. Varaniyam. Varaniyam means to be that which is to be sought after, and by worshipping. You start by worshipping it. It has to be sacred for us. Otherwise, the sanctity must be there. Only then our love will be there for it. And we love it. We will not leave it at any cost. That is why varaniyam. Then after that, what is it? Then only after that was it. Ishvara vichara will come only after Ishvara bhakti. Correct? Bhakti is normal. Bhakti is normal. Until we get brainwashed by somebody, bhakti is always there. And so, therefore he is saying, varaniyam, most worshipful. It has to be sought after. Worshipped and sought after. Tadeva hi sarvasya nityatvat prarthaniyam. Why should I do that? Hey, that is the nityam. That is the basis of everything. Sarvasya nityatvat. That is the basis of the universe. Vishwadharam gagana sadrisham mega vardam shubhangam. That is why I have been chanting all these years this one. And so, Vishwadharam it is. Therefore, prarthaniyam. And that is nityam also. That is the imperishable Brahman. And that is me. And therefore, why will I not know it? Why will I not go after it? Sadasad svarupam. Sadasadoho, murta murtayoho. We saw all that. The world is equal to what has form, and plus what does not have form. Akasha, Vayu does not have form. What has form is Agnihi, Apaha, Prithvi. That's it. That is called murta murtayoho, sadasadoho. And he is also saying sthula sukshmayoho. Sthulam is gross, and sukshma is that which is not gross. So everything, it has to fall. Anything has to fall in one of these two buckets. And so that is what he is saying here. And tad vyatirekena bhavat. Because without the essence of anything, without the clay there is no pot. Without water there is no wave, there is no ocean, nothing. Nothing is there. So like that sadasat swarupam, without the swarupam, nothing you can't even imagine. Forget looking for it, you can't imagine also. Okay, you can't even imagine a pot without thinking of some color, some form, something you have to think of. That thinking, even for thinking you need material. So, that is what he is saying. Tad vyatirekena abhavat. Vareṇyaṃ. We saw all that last class. Now let's read the next sentence. Param Vyatiriktam Vijñānāt prajānām iti vyavahitena sambandhah yat laukika vijñāna agocharam ityarthah. Yeah. So going to the last, almost the last section, last quarter of this mantra. Param vijñānāt prajānām yadvarishṭhaṃ. So, param. Yesterday also we saw param. Satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Param also we saw yesterday. So here what does Shankara say? Param means what? Vyatiriktam. Okay. Param can mean limitless. Here it says Vyatiriktam. Param there we saw Mayatitam we saw yesterday. That meaning this Mahaswamiji had said, Mayatitam. So, Vyatiriktam transcends. There also, Atitam, here also, here. Vyatiriktam means this sense of transcending. Means anything you talk about in the world is within the fold of Maya only. Maya, it's a creation. Devi's creation. But this Brahman is the only thing. Devi also depends on Brahma. Like that. Therefore, that Brahma has to be Vyatiriktam. Mayatitam. Very distinct from. So distinct that Maya is a product and this one is Karanam of Maya herself. Therefore, it is going to be very, very different. And that kind of a difference here is called paraṃ here. And different from what? Alright. Prajānām vijñānāt paraṃ. Yat laukika vijñānāt agocharam ityartaha. Alright. Prajānām vijñānāt paraṃ. It is different from prajānām. Prajānām is people. People have knowledge. People are knowledgeable. They are constantly gaining more and more knowledge also. And today's thing is so different. Constantly, just technology is changing rapidly. And if you tell our grandparents and all that this is there, I lost my job and this and that, they won't understand what you're talking. Lost your job. Your job is not permanent. You didn't get a permanent job. No, I got a permanent job, but my permanent job is impermanent. You have to talk like this. Didn't your Shastram tell you all these things? Grandma? Why are you talking as though everything is permanent? Everything is impermanent in life. Didn't you only teach me? Long ago when I was a small boy. Then now why are you shocked when I say job is impermanent? So, this is how it is. Prajānām, these days there's so much to know. Prajānām vijñānam. Vijñānam is this knowledge that people have in general. Not referring to Brahma Vidya. That's what he's going to say. Yat laukika vijñāna. He's saying later. Laukika vijñānam. The general knowledge people have of things and things and things and things and things. Including black hole also. All the way up to black hole you can go. That is what we know. And all the way up to particles. Particle, quark. Somebody else will get a Nobel Prize for finding out something which is more fundamental than quark. Take it from me. Why? Because that is how it is. Once their name and form is there, now it is there for my analysis. The particle physicist cannot rest content without analyzing it. Therefore, another Nobel Prize is waiting. And so, Prajānām vijñānam. That is all Prajānām vijñānam. More and more things found about this ozone and this and that. So much will be found. So, Prajānām vijñānāt paraṃ. This particular Brahma is different from any of that knowledge. Any of that knowledge. Let's come to this. Yat laukika vijñāna agocharam ityartaha. This laukika vijñāna agocharam. This is not available for human beings who are very good at knowing things, but even that human being, this is not available for. Why? Kathopanishad, we have to go. Yama already explained to us these things. Naisha tarkena matirapaneya nayamatma pravachanena labhyaha na medhaya na bahudha shrutena. It doesn't. You can be a medhavi, still this is not accessible to your medha. Yama had said that to Nachiketa. Na medhaya na bahuna shrutena. No, I've been listening to all these swamis and this YouTube, that YouTube and this and that, and I went to these camps and this and that. Don't let it get to your head. This is the idea. Just be humble and allow that to happen. Allow it to happen. The minute I have garva over it, finished. That garva is enough to finish me off. That is what he is saying there. Na medaya na bahuna shrutena. Bahuna shrutena. What a statement it is. I know this, I know that and all. That thing. That's why Chinmayanandaji, right? Somebody told Chinmayanandaji. What did he say? Swamiji. Some people are doing thumbs up. All right. Swamiji, I have gone through all the Upanishads. You tell a Swamiji like this, to Chinmayanandaji, what will they do? They are all Mahans, Mahatmas. And they know us even before we open our mouth, they know us. And so, Swamiji, I went through all the Upanishads. Hey, you went through all the Upanishads, but how many Upanishads went through you? How can I forget it? How can we forget this statement? And therefore, yat laukika vijñāna agocharam. Agocharam means not available. Not available. That's it. Gocharam means available. Agocharam means not available. For all this sense organs, mind, buddhi and all, for microscopes, telescopes, it's not available. Laukika vijñāna agocharam. This laukika vijñāna. This people. Laukika means people, People's knowledge. How do you even translate this into English? The knowledge, the realm of knowledge that is available for human beings to explore. It is not within that realm of knowledge. That is what it is. Then how come? And go back to Yamadharmaraja. What does he say? Yamaivesha vrunute tena labhyaha tasyaisha vivrunute tanum swam. The only that person with viveka buddhi who says, no, I am going to go after it. Even though you say it is not available to me, I am going to go after it. Only that person who surrenders to the Shastram. Knowing that the Shastram is the pramanam for this agocharam, which is none other than me, myself, my swarupam, that person, yamai vesha vrunute, tena labhyaha. It is gained only by that person. That is why this initiative is so important. That is why Krishna also keeps saying periodically, you have to stand up on your legs. Don't worry. Take help, etc. I keep saying uddhareda atmanatmanam. And so this Brahma Vidya is param. Laukika vijñānāt param. Very different. And that also Yama had said, Duramete viparite vishuchi. Vidyayacha avidyayacha vidyeti jnata. Like that he said. Duramete. These two things, the types of knowledge that we are talking are very different. Which two types of knowledge?
Para, apara.
Para and apara. But what did that word he did not use? Shreyas and preyas. That's it. Shreyascha preyascha manushyametaha tau samparitya vivinakti dhiraha. See, some beginners who are there in the class, sometimes they get a little shaken up. What is these people are talking mantras left and right, numbers 1.2, 2.4 and all they are saying. Don't get scared like that. This is how the teaching is. If you whatever you have not studied, we are just bringing out and it appears new to you. That's all. We're just quoting. If you don't connect, that's okay. Don't worry. 3 years, 2 years later, you will start connecting like this. That's all. That's all we also learnt. This is the way we learnt. And so, nothing. This is just a good process. Exactly like the child is learning also. Child also learns like this at home. Just we keep talking and then it picks up. Suddenly the child says picnic. What? I want to go to picnic. What is picnic? No, picnic we have to go. Who told you about all these things? Child learnt. Somehow it learnt. So, like that, we also learn like that only. And so, yat laukika vijñāna agocharam ityarthaha. That is the meaning of this phrase. What phrase? Prajānām vijñānāt param. That is the meaning of that phrase is that this knowledge is very different from the knowledge that people generally go after, which is in the realm of dharma, artha and kama. This is moksha. Even though knowledge is involved in moksha, it's not this dharma knowledge, artha knowledge and kama knowledge. That is only knowledge we are after. Post laukika vijñāna. Then in between he says, iti vyavahitena sambandhaha. If you look at the moolam, param vijñānāt yat varishṭhaṃ prajānām. So he says, hey, this prajānām is sitting all the way at the end of the mantra. You pull that word out and bring it forward. Bring it prajānām vijñānāt. Put that word before vijñānāt and put the param afterwards. Prajānām vijñānāt param. That is how. Vyavahitena means gap. Vyavahita is a gap. So even though the word prajānām is way out there, you bring it and put it here. Its context of the word prajānām is for this only. Prajānām vijñānāt. It is the knowledge of the people, common knowledge of people. It is within the realm of the okay, I got it. Empirical knowledge of people. Empirical knowledge means that is what you and I are studying. Every science is empirical knowledge. Object knowledge. That is what he is saying. Vyavahitena sambandhaha. So, there is a connection. Even though the word is far away. In Sanskrit, this game happens all the time. And so, he is just saying it. And another mantra in the Kathopanishad also we know. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat. That also we know. This boy knows it. It's all dharma. Something, this whole Atma business is neither dharma nor adharma also. That only I want to learn from you. Like that he said. So that's why when we are going to meet somebody highly respectful, he knows something, so we can go and meet him. But also it's good to know what am I going to ask that person. What do I want from that person? And simply talking about the weather and traffic and all, that you don't need to go that far to meet such great people. So you go to Sringeri and Acharya is going to suddenly come in front of you. Then what will you do? Be prepared. Tell him, I'm studying all these things. Mundakopanishad I'm studying this and that. I feel I've learnt a lot in the last 3-4 years. I need your blessing. Like that you talk, have a conversation. They do want to have a conversation. Everybody wants something, some lokika, this and that they want. So they keep giving it like this, their prasadam. No, just pause. Swamiji, this is what I'm doing. And we are now studying this also, you can say Vivek Chudamani, and we are studying the Bhaashyam of this Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswamiji. Like that you say, hey, that is his guru's guru, or guru's guru. You say that, you are connecting with him, and then he will smile at you. If he has time, he will talk to you also. He may say some stories. How amazing it is, no? So, alright. So now let's read the next one. Yadvarishṭhaṃ.
Yadvarishṭhaṃ.
Varatamam. Sarva padartheshu. Vareshu. Tad hi ekam. Brahma. Atishayena varam. Sarva dosha rahitatvat. Good. So, last couple of words are there. Yad varishṭhaṃ. Alright. So, Shankara says Varatamam. Varam, Varataram, Varatamam. Good, better, best. In English we have, comparative degree, superlative degree. And then this varam is called what? The one that is not comparative and superlative. What is it called? I forgot. Some base, nominal, normal, comparative, superlative. For our discussion, let's keep it like that. That is what this is.
Positive, compare.
Positive, comparative, superlative. Okay? Thank you. My God, how many years back I suddenly went? I don't know. Must be some 50 plus years ago. Alright, positive, comparative, superlative. So that is what it is. Varam, varataram, varatamam. That word is using. Hey, this varishtam means varatamam. Varam means what? Great. Good. Varam is good. Varam. In Tamil Nadu, we will say for this alliance, they use the word varam. Varam. Patacha. So are you looking for that which is good, Varam means
Varan.
Wish
Varan.
also, no?
Varan. But Varan is varam only.
That's
Varan
wish
is varam.
also. Varam keta, wish.
Yeah, we have to look into these words. Varan ketan seri, but where is the source of that varan? I think it is varam. My guess is it is varam. Okay, you please do your research. Okay, this is just my thinking. All right, varam, varatamam, varataram and varatamam. This tarap and tamap, I think you know that. In Sanskrit, it is very common. Very common. And sukham, sukataram, sukatamam. Happy, happier, happiest. Okay? Like that, any adjective you can put here. And so here, varishta, this ishta is another word, another suffix in Sanskrit which means the same thing. Varam, variyan, varishtaha. That is how it goes. Ishta is like that. Varan or varam, variyan, varishtaha. Yeah, varan. Varan is varam. I think there is this varam. Varan is varanna. I think you better look into it. I'm getting more convinced now. Anyway, so yad varishtam, Upanishad is saying, this is the greatest. What else is there? What else? Do you want to simply be born and die and born and die? Is this what we want, really speaking? Our people are very smart. They will say, hey Bhagavan, please don't give me another life. And Bhagavan comes and says, come, let me teach you Vedanta. And that one, no. I don't have time for that kind of stuff. Hey, wait a minute, you just asked me something. I'm telling you there is a way to get it. You get it. This is the only way to get it. No, I'm too busy. Too busy. What to do? Too busy. So, that is varishtam. Yad varishtam. That which is varishtam. That is what must be vareṇyaṃ, right? Vareṇiyam. That is the most worshipful. All that we have to connect. Then what is it? Sarva padartheshu vareshu tadhi ekam brahma atishayena varam. Atishayena varam. That varishtam is atishayena varam. Extremely great. Greatest, How do you explain greatest? Here in Sanskrit we have a word. Atishaya. Atishaya. And in our language also we have Adishaya and all we say. Adishaya means apurvam. Oh, this is not heard of. This young girl, 3 years old, she is just, this Ganga Shashidharan is playing violin like as though it's a toy for her. And so Atishayam we say. So this here also Atishayena varam. Atishayena varam. And tadhi ekam brahma. That ekam brahma. Yesterday we saw eka rasam and all those things. That ekam eva advitiyam ekam. That tadhi, that alone is that ekam brahma. Which alone? That vareṇyaṃ. And that āviḥ saṃnihitaṃ guhācaraṃ nāma mahatpadam. All that is ekam brahma. Shankaracharya is concluding. And sarva padartheshu vareshu varatamam. Vareshu, among all the great things, among all the things that you and I consider great, good, blink it, delivered in 8 minutes. What? Delivered in 8 minutes? You mean I don't have to go to the store, nothing? I just think of something, press a few buttons, I will get it in 8 minutes? Yes. I told you the other day, this particular, I've been googling and asking stores, do you have this sualin? Sualin is some kind of a natural cough and cold remedy made by Hamdard. And old medicine, it is some kind of a Unani or Ayurvedic medicine. And called, it is not there. Then I said, Blinkit can't have it. I looked at Blinkit. Within 8 minutes, I got this bottle delivered. Vadavalli is a remote part of Coimbatore also. It is not like the center in Chennai, Bombay, not like that. These fellows have it here. I don't know what. This is amazing. So is this varam or varam or varataram or varatamam? You decide. And so, sarva padartheshu vareshu, among all the things that we consider great, this is varatamam. It is the greatest. Tadhi, because it is ekam brahma, and he gives a reason. Sarva dosha rahitatvat. That is the reason. Reason is what? Everything has guna, and therefore guna is subject to asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. These are the attributes of anything. But this Brahma does not have any of those attributes. It is ajaha. It is avinashi also. Therefore, there is no janma, there is no maranam also. Like that, we should look at this one. Nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthitaha. Krishna had used the word nirdosham in that 5th chapter. You can note it down. 5.19. Nirdosham hi samam brahma. There he says Brahma which is samam. Ekarasam. Yesterday we saw Ekarasam. That samam Brahma. That Brahma which is one and only. And really everything is Brahma only. And so that Advitiyam Brahma is nirdosham, Krishna had said there. Tasmad Brahmani te sthitaha. Like that he was referring to these Brahma Vidaha, these people who are wise. Alright, for Sanskrit students who want to know the sutra, Atishayane tamabishtanau, Parani Sutra number 5355. Whenever you want to express something atishaya, something just too much different, greater, better than what you have ever seen, then you have to use the word tamabishtanau. Tama pratyaya or ishtan pratyaya. Like that sutra is saying. Alright, that is just by the way. Alright, so the essence of the mantra we now know. There is Jiveshwara Aikyam here. There is Brahma Atma Aikyam is being talked about. And I explained that to you earlier. And so that is the essence. Mahatpadam is Brahma. And āviḥ saṃnihitaṃ is Atma, referring to Atma. Okay, let's look at the Anvaya of this mantra. Alright. Tat mahatpadam tat supplied. Tat mahatpadam āviḥ. And then within brackets, prakasham. Many words you can add. Hridi. And then parenthesis close. Prakasham hridi. Āviḥ prakasham hridi. All Shankara's words. Saṃnihitaṃ guhācaraṃ nāma. Saṃnihitaṃ guhācaraṃ nāma. Āviḥ prakasham hridi saṃnihitaṃ guhācaraṃ nāma bhavati can be supplied. Full stop. Brahma is āviḥ prakasham. The word Atma is not there, but it's understood. Alright. Yat ejatprāṇat Yat ejat prāṇat nimishat cha. Yat ejat prāṇat nimishat cha. Bhavati. Bhavati supplied. Kama. Etat sarvam. Etat sarvam. Sarvam supplied. Etat sarvam atra asmin brahmani. Atra asmin brahmani. Asmin brahmani supplied. Etat sarvam atra asmin brahmani samarpitam. Samarpitam, within brackets you can say praveshitam, full stop. Praveshitam bhavati also you can say. Praveshitam bhavati. So asmin brahmani samarpitam praveshitam bhavati. Full stop. Yad sat asat vareṇyam. Actually it has to be yeah, you have to, it has to be one word. Yat sadasadvareṇyaṃ is one word. Okay, one word. Yat sadasadvareṇyaṃ varishṭhaṃ bhavati. Yad sadasadvareṇyaṃ varishṭhaṃ bhavati, comma, prajānām vijñānāt paraṃ. Prajānām vijñānāt paraṃ. Cha bhavati. Full stop. Cha bhavati supplied. Okay. So yad sadasadvareṇyaṃ varishṭhaṃ bhavati prajānām vijñānāt param cha bhavati. You can put a full stop or you can even say comma there and then say this. Etat sarvam janatha. Etat sarvam janatha. That mahaprana tha is there. That is moolam. Within brackets avagacchata. Avagacchata. Full stop. Okay, that concludes it. Tat mahatpadam āviḥ prakāśam hridi saṃnihitaṃ guhācaraṃ nāma bhavati. Full stop. Yat ejatprāṇat nimishat cha bhavati etat sarvam atra asmin brahmani samarpitam praveshitam bhavati. Full stop. Yad sadasadvareṇyaṃ varishṭhaṃ bhavati prajānām vijñānāt param cha bhavati etat sarvam janatha avagacchata. Okay, I think Arthaspuranam will happen as we read that. Okay. Next mantra. Kincha
Kincha
yadarcimat
yadarcimate
yat
yate
anubhyo'ṇu cha
anubhyo'ṇu cha
yasmiṃllokāha nihitāha
yasmiṃllokāha nihitāha
lokinaśca
lokinaśca
tadetadakṣaraṃ brahma
tadetadakṣaraṃ brahma
prāṇastadu vāṅmanaḥ.
prāṇastadu vāṅmanaḥ.
You can put a full stop there. If you have a PDF file, you can put a full stop there. Doesn't matter if it's not there. But tadetatsatyaṃ
tadetatsatyaṃ
tadamṛtaṃ
tadamṛtaṃ
tadveddhavyaṃ
tadveddhavyaṃ
somya viddhi.
somya viddhi.
Viddhi, yeah. Let's do this again. Okay. Yadarcimate
yadarcimate
yadanubhyo'ṇu cha
yadanubhyo'ṇu cha
yasmiṃllokāha nihitāha
yasmiṃllokāha nihitāha
lokinaśca
lokinaśca
tadetadakṣaraṃ brahma
tadetadakṣaraṃ brahma
prāṇastadu vāṅmanaḥ
prāṇastadu vāṅmanaḥ
tadetatsatyaṃ tadamṛtaṃ
tadetatsatyaṃ tadamṛtaṃ
tadveddhavyaṃ somya viddhi.
tadveddhavyaṃ somya viddhi.
Yeah. Good. So, Bhagavan Shankaracharya is saying kincha. So, moreover, further, so there's more to say. Upanishad wants to say more. That's what Shankara is introducing this mantra. And what is the essence of this mantra? Carefully look at this. Yasmiṃllokāha nihitāha lokinaḥ ca. Yasmiṃllokāha nihitāha etad akṣaraṃ brahma. Look at that. Akṣaraṃ brahma. Brahma word is there here. Previous mantra, Brahma is not there. Mahatpadam only is there. Correct? Mahatpadam. Here that Mahatpadam is mentioned as Akṣaraṃ Brahma. Akṣaraṃ Brahma. The word Akṣaram was introduced very early on by the Upanishad. Very early on. Some 5th or 6th mantra itself. That Akṣaram was introduced in the context of paravidya. Dve vidye veditavye. That was one of the first statements of the teaching here. And who is teaching whom in this Upanishad?
Shaunaka Angiras.
Angiras.
Shaunaka and Angiras. Shaunaka is teaching. Shaunaka is teaching Angiras, no?
Yeah.
Sometimes they say Guru ki minchina Shishyudu. So Shishya. So therefore Shaunako havai mahashalaha Angirasam vidivad upasannah papracha. Like that we saw. Kasminnu bhagavo vijñāte. So very quickly after that Akṣaram Brahma was introduced. So here tadetadakṣaraṃ brahma yasmiṃllokāha nihitāha, in which all the worlds are all supported. That Brahma which is the support of the entire universe, lokāha nihitāha, lokinaśca, and the people living in the world also. Don't think world means something, don't exclude the people and living beings. Lokinaśca. And of course, that is what? Arcimat. That is Arcimat. Arcimat. Shankara is going to explain. That again is āviḥ, like prakāśam. He is going to say Deeptimat. Archimat is equal to Deeptimat. We saw Archi also, earlier also. There's all this in the context of flames, the shooting out, flame shooting out also, Archi we saw. And so, that is this Atma. How do you know it is Atma? Archimat yad anubhyaha anucha. Anu is atom, small, very small. Anu is very, very, very small. And anubhyaha anu, smaller than the smallest. That is how, that is the meaning of anu. Shankara will give a different meaning. Okay, he says, smaller than the smallest and bigger than the biggest, they are contradictory. Such a thing doesn't exist. So, anu should not be taken as size-wise small. You should take it as what? Shukshmam. Shukshmebhyaha sukshmam you should take. It is subtler than the subtlest and bigger than the biggest. That makes a lot of sense. Alright. So, therefore, there is that Atma, Anubhyaha Anu, and there is this Brahma, which is yasmiṃllokā nihitā lokinaśca tadetadakṣaraṃ brahma prāṇastadu vāṅmanaḥ. Okay, that same Brahma is manifest as prāṇah, vāk, manaḥ, tadetatsatyaṃ tadamṛtaṃ. This is satyam. Tadetatsatyaṃ, which is amritam, which is eternal, which is imperishable. Okay, and tadveddhavyaṃ, somya viddhi. Let's look at viddhi. Viddhi means may you know. He somya janihi. He shaunaka. He shaunaka janihi. May you know. May you know this. And tadveddhavyaṃ, Shankara will give the meaning. That has to be struck. That has to be hit. Like that he is going to give the meaning. Because there is one particular dhatu called vyadh, which has the meaning of tadane. Tadane is hitting. Tadane. Hit. And so, that has to be hit. Means what? Next mantra, dhanur grihitva aupanishadam mahastram is coming. There is a nice imagery. Dhanuhu, bow, arrow, this archer is there, Jiva, and Jiva has to look at the target and then hit the target. That is the hitting here. Veddhavyaṃ, must be hit. That's the idea. Good. So this is the essence again. Talking about the Brahma and Atma Aikyam. Bhashyam. Yadarcimadyadaṇubhyo'ṇu Deeptimat Taddīptya. Gita Press people, the word tad is missing in Gita Press. You can write it down. Taddīptya. Hi Adityadi Deepyate iti. Deeptimat Brahma.
Deeptimad Brahma.
Yeah. There is a confusion between Brahma and Brahma. Brahmaji we know, the creator. Chaturmukham Brahma. Okay. Chaturmukha Brahmaji. Correct. So that is a different Brahma. Brahma. He is Brahma, Pullingam. I've told you this before. I'll repeat it again. Brahma. That is Brahma. Akarantas Hasva Dirgha Akara. So Brahma it is. Here it is Brahma. Hrasva Akara. That is why sometimes we say Brahman also. Just to be very clear. This is Brahman, which is that Nirgunam Brahma, which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that Brahma. You can't apply Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma to that Brahmaji, the creator. No, not possible. Creator is a role, and a very exalted role, and so that role is assigned to Brahma. That person is called Brahmaji. That's why we say Ji also sometimes. So Brahma. But both have the same root. In Sanskrit language, both have the same root. Root means what? Pratipadikam. Brahman is the root. Brahman. In one case, Brahman is neuter. In our case, the Brahma, neuter. But Brahmaji, Brahman is Nakaranta Pullingam. This you keep in mind. Okay. All right, that is by the way. Yadarcimat, that is a moolam. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is saying, Deeptimat. All right. Archihi means Deeptihi. Deeptihi means illumination, shining. And so, Archimat, we saw Mat before. Somewhere we saw Mat. Not in the previous mantra, somewhere we saw it. So, Mat. Mat is a Mat and Vat. These are two suffixes in Sanskrit. Like Buddhimat, Buddhiman. Buddhiman comes from Buddhimat. And so, one who has Buddhi is called Buddhiman. So, one who has Deepti is called Deeptimat. One who has Archi is called Archimat. That's all it is. And so, that Buddhiman. Then Gunavan. Gunavan. Not Gunaman. Not Gunaman. Even though it is the same suffix. But in one case it is Van. In the other case it is Man. Not Buddhivan you can't say. It is Buddhiman. Gunavan. Okay. Bhagavan. You can't say Bhagaman. So like that there are some rules in Sanskrit which says that when the last letter is akara, like guna, akara, akara, guna. Guna, if it is there, it has to be van. If it is any other letter, any other vowel, like buddhi, e, ends with e, then it has to be man. Matiman, buddhiman, gunavan, balavan. A means van. E, u, etc. means it has to become man. This is all by the way. Huh? Shaktiman. All this you know that. Okay, that's the idea. All right. So, Archimat. One which has Archi is called Archimat. And so, what is Archimat? Deeptimat. One who has Deepti is called Deeptimat. So, Deeptiman in masculine, in feminine it will be Deeptimati, Archimati, Buddhimati, Gunavati, like that it will become. All right. So, he is saying Deeptimat. Why are you saying Deepti, Archi? How do you say that Atma is like light? Atma is light, not even like light. He is saying light. Archimat Upanishad is saying. And so, it is not just because your physical light that you know, without physical light you can't see anything. You can't see anything. Like that. That is why this Atma is called light. So if you extend that, without light I can't see. But without light, but the person is blind means what? Hey, if the person is blind, then that light is useless. Light we say is required to see, but light also depends on the eyes to see. Sight depends on eyes and the light. So light really is not the cause for my seeing. The light depends on the eyes. Then what about eyes? My eyes are open and light is there, it is bright. Somebody said there is peacock. Right there I see a peacock there standing on top. And but I am not able to see because my mind is somewhere else. My mind is somewhere else, correct? So mind has to be there behind the eyes. Therefore light depends on eyes depends on the mind. Then we have to go to Kenopanishad. Kene shitam patati preshitam manaha. The student is asking, hey, does the mind, is that the end of it or is there somebody else behind the mind? So, that somebody else is the Atma, which is Archimat. Atma's illumination is required for all of this to happen. Including the sun's shining also depends on Atma only. That is how we saw. Why? Because Brahma is the essence of the Surya Devata also, and therefore, that Brahma is Atma. Therefore, finally, Atma is the kingpin here, and that Atma is Archimat, Deeptimat, Tad Deeptyahi Adityadi Deepyate iti Deeptimat Brahma. Brilliant. He says, he's giving the reason why Upanishad is calling this Atma as Archimat. This Adityadi is there, sun and etc. All these objects are there. Sun is the most brilliant object, But guess what? That sun you think illumines everything else. Yeah, let it illumine everything else. But Adityadi Deepyate, even the Adityadi is illumined by this Atma. Therefore, Atma is Archimate. Therefore, Deepyate iti Deeptimat Brahma is saying. Brahma is the essence of the sun also. Therefore, without Brahma, the sun cannot exist. There is no question of existing. The word exist is Brahma. Then only sun comes. And that's the beauty of this. And so, he's saying, Tad Deeptya. Tad means what? That Brahma Deeptya. Because of the illumination of Brahma only, Adityadi Deepyate. All objects like sun are illumined. I thought all this, what do you call this? Objects that are not shining. What is the word for it? Forgetting. Luminous and non-luminous. Yeah. All the non-luminous objects, I thought. But no, luminous objects. Self-luminous object like sun also depend on Brahma, depend on Atma for the quote-unquote illumination. Existence. That existence is this Brahma. All right. Jyotishamati api Jyotishamati tad jyotihi. Where did we see that? Did it come in Bhagavad Gita or what?
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita. Jyotishamati tad
13.
jyotihi. Jyotishamapi. Hey, all things that have jyoti in your mind, that have illumination, light, physical light, even the jyoti of all those jyotis is that Brahma. All right. That is why natatra suryo bhati visa Kathopanishad. Natatra surya bhati. There the sun does not shine. That is the literal meaning of that word. Natatra surya bhati. There the sun does not shine means what? When it comes to this Brahma, its sun also has to do namaskar to Brahman. No question. Sun has to, please help me. Sun has to do its own. It has to surrender to Brahma. Na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam. All this moon, stars and all, what to talk about moon. Moon itself is borrowing light from sun. Na chandra tarakam, nema vidyuto bhanti and all, we saw that.
Here also, Guruji, 11th mantra, same chapter. 11th mantra, same chapter it comes.
Oh, here itself it comes.
Yes, yes.
Tell me the mantra number.
11.
11 of the previous
No,
this
same,
one?
same, this what we are doing, second kanda.
Oh, wait. Pranamo dhanuhu. 6,
Number
7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, there it is. Natatra surya bhati. 10th mantra in my book. So, it's coming. It's coming next. But we also saw it in Kata, is it not?
Upanishad is there. It's Kathopanishad.
Kata it is.
Upanishad.
We saw it in Kathopanishad. Yeah, exactly. Good. So, let's read the next. Kincha.
Kincha
Yat
yat
Anubhyaha
anubhyaha
Shyamakadibhyaha
shamadikabhyaha Anu.
Api Anu
api anu
Cha
cha
Sukshmam
sushmam
Cha Shabdat
cha shabdat
Sthulebhyaha Api
स्थूलेभ्यः अपि
Atishayena Sthulam
अतिशयेन स्थूलम्
Prithvyadibhyaha.
पृथिव्यादिभ्यः.
Yeah. Kincha. Further, this Brahma, there are more things to talk about Brahma. Yat anubhyaha. Anu. What is anubhyaha? Shyama kadibhyaha api. Shyama means this mustard seed. This kadh, mustard seed. Shamaka. So Shyama kadibhyaha. Anu. It is smaller than even mustard seed, it seems. Shankara's explanation. Means what? The smallest thing, if you suddenly you ask somebody, tell me what is the smallest thing you have in your house. And it's a test. It's very interesting, no? You should make these people think like that. Now only I'm getting some more ideas. We are conducting this camp. Our Sangeetaji just finished conducting a camp in Coimbatore, children's camp. I think we should play. I'm good. I let our people think about it. Sangeeta and all this, Meera and all that. And then let's see what they come up with. So, mustard, smaller than the mustard. Shamaka adibhyaha, he says, etc. So it is smaller than the smallest. But then before you start concluding things, Shankara says sukshmam. He says, don't get caught up by all this kannukku kannai, kannindra. Okay, this Tamil is there. So, Solungama, tell me that. Whoever posted it, read it, please.
கண்ணுக்கு கண்ணாய் கண்ணின்றி காணுனை காணுவதெவர் பார் அருணாச்சலா. That is the 15th sloka of Arunachala Aksharamanamala. So
we'll discuss this in the satsang. So Aksharamanamala, Ravana Maharshi, Arunachala, he says there. So that idea is there, very popular idea here in our Shastra. In any, it will be there in Marathi, it will be there in Assamese, it will be there in Gujarati or Telugu. You will I guarantee it will be there. If you find it, you let me know. I want to hear that shloka in Telugu. If it is there, you let me know. Okay, some song somewhere it will come. It will be there. How else to explain it? So Shankara says, don't get carried away by size. It is not some microscopic size. It is sukshmam. It is subtle. It is subtle. Which means it is not perceivable. It is not perceptible to all the gross, all the instruments that are given to us. And so the vachyartha is size small, size wise small, vachyartha. Lakshyartha is sukshmam, subtle. It can be subtle and it can be large also. Okay. So subtle also can be all pervasive. In fact, only subtle things can be all pervasive. So that is how we understand it. Now there are smart darshanas. All these Nayayikas and this Vaisheshikas, they say, they literally take Anu as small. It's very small. And my Atma is very small, and you have an Atma which is different Atma from me, and your Atma is small, my Atma is small, the mosquito's Atma is small, the ant's Atma is small, the virus Atma is small. So many Atmas is there. Vishishtadvaita also believes the same thing. That is how you get Vishishtadvaita. Nitya sarvagatastānuhu. Nitya sarvagatasthah anuhu. Look at how many ways there are to split and interpret all these things. That's why it's good to know a little bit of Sanskrit. If you really want to crack the code, some Sanskrit is needed. Cracking the code. And so, then he says, Cha shabdat sthulebhyaha api atishayena sthulam prithivyaadibhyaha. Shankara says, he's just using this opportunity. Cha, he says. Hey, why should Upanishad say cha? If it is anubhyaha anu, why and comes? What is the question of putting and there? Hey, this and means Upanishad is asking us to fill up the blanks, and let me fill up the blanks for you. And how should you fill it up? Sthulebhyaha api atishayena sthulam. It is grosser than the grossest. It is bigger than the biggest. And can you tell me an example of big? Prithivyaadibhyaha. Like earth, etc. The Upanishad says fill up the blanks. Then Chakracharya is filling up the blanks and he's extending the blanks. Okay, now you guys fill up the remaining. Like that he's saying. Prithivyaadibhyaha. Okay, Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. We saw that in the Kathopanishad 1-20. Same thing. Alright, time's up here. So we'll pause with this. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ